Let's go down to Eamon Javers in Washington, D.C. with a news alert for us. Eamon?
Yeah, Scott, that's right. The president, excuse me, tweeting out some thoughts right now on the ongoing negotiations with Democrats over new stimulus legislation. Those talks have completely broken down. The president expressing some frustration here on Twitter. I want to read you a couple of his tweets. He says, I have directed Steven Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, to get ready to send direct payments, $3,400 for a family of four, to all Americans. Democrats are holding this up, the president says. He also says he is ready to have Treasury and SBA send additional PPP payments to the small businesses that have been hurt by the China virus. Again, he blames Democrats for holding it up, and he says he is ready to send more money to states and local governments to save jobs for police, firefighters, first responders, and teachers. Again, the president blaming Democrats for holding that up. A couple of points of context here, Scott, on all of this. One is the president saying he is ready to do that. It's not clear he has the legal authority to do any of those things with absent legislation and an agreement with members of Congress up on Capitol Hill. Remember, Congress controls the power of the purse under the Constitution. So the president may be ready to do it. Whether he can actually do it or not is an entirely separate question. And then the other point to make here is that Democrats have said they're the ones who want to inject funding into local governments, state and local governments across the country, and they blame Republicans on Capitol Hill for blocking that. So you've got sort of some finger pointing going on here in Washington, and also an interesting three-way dynamic now between Senate Republicans who have signaled that they are against increased spending, particularly for states and local governments in some cases, and the president who's now signaling he's ready to start shoveling the money out to Americans across the country in this series of tweets this morning. And then you've got Democrats on Capitol Hill arguing that they want ultimately a $3.4 trillion bill, which is what they passed earlier this year. Republicans on the Hill have said, well, maybe we can do $1 trillion, but $3.4 trillion is far too much. So an interesting three-way political dance now, Scott.
Maybe the best way to sum it up is ready, willing, and unable, Eamon, because of all that you just said. We appreciate that. Eamon Javers down in D.C. for us. All right.